Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode number 11. It's been a while, bro. But we are back. And oh God, I have been waiting for this episode. It's going to be freaking amazing. We've
Yes.
both been like so busy with
Yeah.
work, traveling. So yeah, it's going to be. We have nothing planned. Like we have literally nothing planned. So it's just us talking, having a good old conversation. Maybe you guys can learn a thing or two from it. If not, that's fair. But bro, I'm looking forward to yeah, catch up with you. And it's been a while. How are you
Bro,
doing,
it's
bro?
good to see you. I'm doing very well, man. It's great to see you. Yeah, Dane, we literally just hopped on and pressed record and just thought we're going to have an authentic conversation, catch up. It's been like 4 weeks since we recorded. We've only had a few messages and like mails back and forth in the meantime.
Yeah,
Because, as Mikkel said, we've been really, really, really busy. And as much as this is a priority for us, we are going to apologize for the 15 or 25 people that was waiting anxiously for the next ep. But
yeah,
yeah,
that's
we
good.
are. Yeah, it's always going to be something that we roll on with. But yeah, we're back, and we've got some even better initiatives. And I've been really really good, man. I've been really 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 busy. It's just been I've been
Nice.
so locked in this 2025. I think so far this year I've been able to get more done action wise than I did for like the majority of 2024. It's just different mindset now, and all the outputs from the input is really coming together, like with record
Yeah,
months now, and just really starting to accumulate. And you're there in Dubai now, bro. So I've really been looking forward to catch up with you as well, and get back on
yeah.
track with the rodeo talk. And I think you've been in a quite a season of kind of work as well. A lot of stuff going on professionally, personally, and everything, like we know. But yeah, man, now
Yeah.
you're there in Dubai, and you got there what, like 4 days ago, 5 days ago, pretty
Yeah,
much.
actually, I think we arrived the 21st. It's the 27th now, so we've been here for like almost a week. So yeah, it's pretty good. Right now, there's a fire on a boat, so pretty
Damn.
chaotic. But yeah, when the smoke is settling, the view is gonna be a little bit better. So other than that, it's yeah, really good, bro. I love Dubai. It's good to be back here in the desert. I've really been missing it. For some of you guys who don't know, I actually live here, but I kind of don't live here. I travel around the world, mainly in Denmark because yeah, one from my family is sick. So sometimes you just gotta take care of them and make sure they're
Mhm.
having a good time. And yeah, we're
But
fighting
you're back at the
some.
base for some time.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I absolutely love it. It's good to have something to like just look forward to, especially when you're in Denmark. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, so it's just nice to have trips planned. And I think, bro, also for me, my plan was, of course, to move here, find an apartment. I think this year is just going to be me in Denmark, and then I'm going to on a trip, have a few masterminds as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, traveling from time to time, just something to look forward to. I think that's going to be my plan for 2025. I'm glad, bro, that you're crushing it. And I think it's a really good compliment to you as well because in 2024 you were also locked in, especially when
Damn.
we were living together. So
Yeah. That was
the fact
like
that you,
when we kicked the year off. Yeah, yeah. And the fact that I feel like I'm overperforming that is so important. I think,
yeah,
yeah, like especially for me, like the middle end of 2024, I didn't hit some of those KPIs I'd set up for myself. A lot of stuff happened as well, but I always can maintain the standard as we talked about throughout the period. There's like period where you kept things running and going, right? Which says a lot, right? There's no light without dark, but yeah, like so far, especially the last like month and two, I've really understood a lot more about how to operate and how to treat my work and my downtime. And I kind of know when I'm getting that feeling after having like 5 or 6 days in a row of like 12, 13 hour
yeah,
days. I know that I need to take some, I can kind of feel it coming. So it's always like a balance. And I think back in 2024, I wasn't as good as listening out or feeling for those signals. And sometimes then it would result in me kind of overstretching a little bit and then having to recover for like 1 or 2 days, and that would mean I'd get a
Yeah,
slow start to the week, and you know how things just topple over like that. So really understanding yourself as you are the core of your business is a major thing for us, right? So yeah, I'm feeling really good, and I can't wait to show you down here. Like, multiple
yeah,
times I had opportunities to leave a bit earlier, but the time here has been so good for me, and also return on investment wise, life quality wise. That now I can confidently say I've kind of defined how New Zealand fits into my life, seeing that I'm not just Danish like you, brother. I'm also from New Zealand, right? So having grown up
yeah,
in Denmark, there's been a lot of unanswered questions of how is life down here, and now I've been here for like the entire summer chasing the sun, and it's time to get back to base for me, which is right now Denmark, right?
yeah. To
And
get more sun.
eventually, yeah, get some more sun, right? And keep up with the grind. But I completely agree, man. I think people should travel a lot more. I think it's something that's very difficult. I spoke with someone about this yesterday, right? That I met at this event near Queenstown in New Zealand, and we were talking about how you need to kind of have both. It is a grind, but you need to have some reward systems in place. And for us, it's a reward to travel and experience while we're able to work. Some people want to travel with the backpack, and a lot of people that you probably know listening will have friends that just want to go backpacking and do nothing, right? Or do nothing, or just experience and explore. In my opinion, it's probably doing nothing. But
Yeah,
more so, like the way we want to do it for brother is that we want to travel and work at the same time. So you mentioned masterminds coming up and all these things
yeah,
where you're getting to travel, which I know is a thing you enjoy very much, and seeing places and getting out of the comfort zone of
yeah,
getting out to places you haven't been, right? But working at the same time, right? And I think it's an important balance that you reward yourself maybe by buying a flight ticket, or living a bit more nomad, or in your case, spending a bit more time in Dubai, or whatever, going on a boat in the weekend, whatever that might be, right? I know you have some stuff
yeah.
planned. Um,
Yeah, I think especially life here in Dubai, it's really good. I really like it here because people are locked in. I met a guy we were training at the a gym near the beach, like
I
outside.
saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, it's so good, and there's a beach club right beside it, so music which is like so loud and so good. Crazy vibe. We met some good people there. And what we also talked about is that Dubai is a different vibe. Of course, you have people who are here on vacation, but the people that you see who are in shape, working out, like grinding, they have a good business. They're just so ambitious and so open, and that's what I like here. I don't think you get, maybe you get it in like Miami or something, but I feel like
Very few places.
yeah, Dubai is Miami is kind of like Dubai, but with crime. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's so safe here. Not on this boat right there, but beside it.
That sounds crazy, by
Yeah,
the way. But knowing Dubai, they will be on top of that. Like the system there is elite. The time I've spent there with you and by
yeah,
myself and everything else, it's just different, man. And I know for sure that how I see it is that it's very attractive for me and what I'm doing right now in my life. But a lot of people have heard, brother, is they're calling Dubai like it's a bit fake. But I see it in a different way. I have played around with the thought for some time, and no, it doesn't have as much cultural history as somewhere like Europe or somewhere like that. But I think Dubai's culture is being locked in, so it does have a
yeah.
soul. The soul is being locked in, right? But some people will
Completely agree.
point to the fact that yeah, it doesn't have a history and stuff like that. But it's just if you see it the same way, because I completely agree with the Miami thing. But the culture is that we're locked in. That's the soul of the Dubai. Is its competence, its action, its momentum, right? That's the soul and productivity. And if you actually are looking to level up in those areas of your life, it might be good to align what you're trying to do with the place that you're at. And that's the
Absolutely.
reason why
I
you're
think
there.
you nailed it, bro. I think most people say, "Oh, we don't have history." And of course we don't have history. 30 years ago there was a desert, so of course the history is not there. It will be there in a long period of time, but we have culture, and the culture is we have like more than like 150 different like people from different countries coming together, like nationalities coming together in one place, and it's just growing. There's good vibes. It's time efficient. That is a culture that is super healthy to be in and
Yes.
very, very admirable. Um, so no, of course we don't have the history because it's quite new. We built the fastest growing city on Earth in 30 years, um, which is absolutely impressive. People are so kind here. Of course, there are some that are better than others, but we all have that. But overall, like it's really, really good, and it has, especially in Denmark, bro. You also know that people are shaming it. There's zero tax. In fact, there is tax. It's 9% corporate tax. So there is
Above
tax. It's
above a certain threshold, right? Or
yeah,
it has not changed?
yeah. I think it's like
Yeah,
375,000
that's
dirham,
what I heard.
which is around $100,000, something like that. So yeah, there is tax, but that's not the way that Dubai is making their money. It's actually their $1 million offer. If we relate that to a business, that's their offer that is so good that people cannot resist it. That's why they come here. So they buy the yachts, they buy the fancy cars, watches. They spend the money here in Dubai. Real estate is the fastest growing like ever here. It's so good. You have one of the biggest airports that is also one of the main drivers when it comes to like making money here in Dubai. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
their oil. It's not. People think it's their oil, but it has some kind of
it's got traffic.
like
It's like a
share.
central
Yeah,
hub. It's a hub. Every
absolutely.
time I go, 9 out of 10 times I go from New Zealand to Denmark and back, you fly across Abu Dhabi, you fly, or you fly across Qatar,
Yeah,
um, which is Doha in Qatar. But it's a central hub, right? It's in the middle of the world, and it's becoming that central hub of the entire world. Not It's not London anymore, especially not after Brexit. I mean, the Western world is just struggling and just crime rates going up. We know all these things, right? So the UAE has a lot to offer in that sense, and people trying to neglect that by saying, the culture is fake. They're not seeing the bigger picture here at all. Like people like yourself that live in Dubai, if they need some culture and need to go experience some history, they can do it like that because they're in an environment of growth, right? So they can go wherever. And I know the programs there after having researched it and spoken with people that kind of also help you set up and things like that is that it allows you to actually have that freedom as well. So for someone like us, it is no brainers, and I haven't yet seen any other country offer what they're offering with how you're able to have your base there, right? And it's simply just aligning with the people we want to be. And unfortunately, as much as I love Denmark and I love New Zealand, both countries at the moment they aren't allowing that environment at all.
yeah,
It's counterproductive, and it's a real shame because if Dubai could offer what Denmark was doing, and I could pick, I would be a nationalist and I'd pick Denmark in a heartbeat. Right? We are Danish. We grew up Danish, and it's just a factor that really pushes toward everyone becoming a lot more international now. Like 150 nations
absolutely.
coming together in one place. Like that's
I think
never
it's more
ever
than
ever.
that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy, and people are so kind, and I think, and it's so safe here. So yeah, it's really, really good. I love it here, bro. I can't wait for you to be here. So when are you actually going to set up here in Dubai?
Yeah, so obviously with everything having kind of gone on, for me, it's been a case of putting aside the capital needed because it is an investment, right? And
It
yeah,
is.
we're building towards that. And I've prioritized sometimes investing back into the business. But when you think of the investment of setting up in Dubai, it is an investment in and of itself in a massive way. I mean, just the sheer profit you're able to keep compared to forfeiting it to a system or a government that you might not actually 100% be aligned with anyway is a massive return on investment there.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the moment I'm gonna go back to Denmark and I'm gonna spend some time with family. No, I'm probably gonna see you there towards the later part of the summer, and that's gonna be amazing. I can't wait for that. We'll shoot some episodes. We'll level everything up. We'll lock in together, just like back in our small
Yeah.
apartment in Copenhagen. And then next trip from there, bro, in the second half of 2025 is going to be all about set up and travel and having kind of spent time in New Zealand, spent time home in Denmark. That's where I'm going, man. So I don't know if you're
Nice.
carrying on to. We haven't really spoken about this too much, right? That's why we just press record and have this conversation. Is kind of your timeline as well on how long you're maybe thinking of staying, and maybe for people listening, like how can they maybe understand a little bit more about how how you operate, like because you're there for a period of time, of course, but you're not there all year round, and maybe in the future you actually want to set up property there, like for more
Yeah.
longer term reasons, right?
Yeah.
Which I think I could be aligned with as well. I think knowing us, you'd probably be better at staying there for a longer period of time. Um, I mean, I've got a lot of flying to do ahead of me with family in both countries. So, but yeah, like Dubai is really calling my name, and I'm planning to have like an extended trip down there to look at setup options, and might just go straight for it, just depending on my kind of last things that I'm setting in motion and setting in place.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking with you has been a massive catalyst for me knowing that it's the right thing because we are so
It
aligned
is.
anyway. So it's
It.
just like all the questions around whether to do it or not. I'm just slowly eliminating, right? And it feels very aligned with your experience as well. I mean, it's just a capital of growth, really. You can't avoid that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just about, yeah, bro, just take the step. You're never going to be like 100% ready. I wasn't either. I wasn't even 80% ready. I just did it. Came home to an absolute mess in my family, and yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
able to travel. So for me, yeah, as I said, just about traveling, taking different trips, and then I'm staying in Denmark. So I'm kind of like 5 months in Denmark, and then I'm traveling the rest of the time in, yeah, different countries. I have a lot of countries that I want to see. Dubai and UAE is of course one of them, and then I have Thailand. Could be
Yes.
really really amazing.
Yes.
Also for the grind, Bali, pretty amazing. I've heard. It's like a paradise, but I feel like people are more relaxed. They're not into the grind. It depends on who you are and how you work, but I think for me, I like the grind where I can see people around me also grinding, which
Yes.
inspires me to work even harder. That's who I am. I don't get that very motivated by looking at people who are just lying on the beach having a good time. It's
Having a
not very
coconut.
motivating for me. Yeah, yeah, it's not very motivating for me. I think there's also a lot of distractions. I've never been there. Now I'm just saying
There's a
something,
time and a place
hoping and
for it.
praying that it's going to be some kind of truth to that. But I think, bro, yeah, just set up as soon as possible. I think I paid eight k $8,000 to set
Oh
up.
yeah, okay. I thought it was a lot
Um,
more actually.
well, we also had to live here and buy
Of course.
food and all that, and Airbnb. So probably 13,000, 15,000.
I mean, I'm heading in that like always lining up for it anyway because we've had guests on the pod previously. They're also set up. You're set up. Like it's the people that I'm around, right? And if I'm not set up there, I'm just visiting constantly, jumping across and seeing people. And with the tax I'm paying now, I'll be honest, like it doesn't make sense anymore, really, when you look at the numbers. And it's just something that I'm going to put aside and just make sure I set up. I think it's more a question of timing and when than it is a
Yeah,
question of if. It's been like that for I think for a long period, and with a lot of the movements we make, brother, it's not a question of if, it's just a question of when, because then some things and
it
we
is.
focus and we have different seasons, right? And like end of last year, I took it in a different approach and I locked in Bangkok for a month with some great guys, and also I was in Indonesia for like 5 weeks and saw the contrast there. So now when everything's set up, we're ready to hit those two places in whatever order makes sense, and yeah, get that villa together. I mean, I think it all
Yeah,
depends on kind of where you are at in your season as well. Like as you said, very much agree with what you said. Like Thailand, you look out the window on the 22nd floor in the condo and the city never sleeps. Like it's always moving,
yeah,
it's moving. It's like it never ever sleeps, and you can just feel stuff happening around you, which for me motivates me, or it gives me some sort of energy to do more, rather than when I was in Indonesia, you're living very close to the beach, and the Wi-Fi is just kind of it's a bit bad, and the receptionist says, "Oh yeah, we'll fix it Monday," but I've got like a sales call Saturday and Sunday, so it's like they're a bit more laid back some places. That being said, you can get some villas in Indonesia and like Bali, where it's a villa. They know the Wi-Fi has to be 1010, and
yeah,
you
yeah,
can isolate yourself a little bit, but being like around the people, just looking at the people alone that you're around, which is, I'm not including the people you travel with, like us and the boys and other business partners and colleagues, but people just in Indonesia are a bit more laid back, right? It's coconut, it's
It is, and
sundowner
it's cheaper.
cocktail.
It's
Yeah, but
it's
it's a
good,
really
bro.
cool spot.
If you wanna build wealth, like if you have a business or yeah, mainly business, it's a very good place. Same as Thailand. It's like a tenth of Dubai. Um, but when you get to some point, it becomes too comfortable. You need to move to a bigger place where the rent is more expensive, the food is more expensive, but that just pushes you to work harder, be better. So you gotta, yeah, at some point, bro, you gotta move and stay here. Yeah, it's more expensive to live in Dubai rather than if we look at Thailand, Bangkok, for example. But the levels are different, very
Yeah, I
different.
mean, there's always going to be someone in Dubai that's next level and doing even better, right? The fish tank is like the biggest in the world in Dubai, bigger than Miami.
Yeah, maybe I think there's more money in Florida than UAE. I think that's quite true. There's probably also more money in Miami than Dubai, but it's also bigger. Dubai is not very big when it comes to like the country and if you have Abu Dhabi, Dubai, all the other cities, it's not like a very big country compared
Mm.
to like the US, for example. But the wealth here is crazy and it's time efficient. It's so nice. So yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to see you
Yeah.
down the road. But how is business going for you? Like, have you got any clients or anything?
Yes, yes, a lot of like records being broken right now, and all the input I feel like we've been putting in the last 3 4 months of 2025 is just really accumulating here. I feel like this is a really important season where people are very focused in business, so we're getting very, very, very good response and hitting some very, very good KPIs on our lead generation strategies. Yeah, bringing in more people on the team to help with appointment setting and closing clients and kind of bring them over to the onboarding sequence. Yeah, this week
That's
we
good.
brought on 3 days ago we brought on a new client on a 20K agreement. The week before that we closed a client on a
Dollars?
smaller, yeah, on a $20K agreement. So that's going
Did
to
he pay
be
up front?
no, so that's going to be across the length of the contract on six
Okay.
months. But yeah, still playing around a lot and working in the done for you space. I know we've spoken a lot about the done with you and the importance of leveraging your service. So the week before this week, we actually closed a done with you client here locally in New Zealand on a smaller agreement, a way smaller agreement. They also paid in New Zealand dollars, which compared to US dollars is very, very
It's not the
weak.
same.
Not the
Yeah.
same at all. Whereas
Yeah.
I prefer the US dollar, right? So no,
Of
like
course.
it's been going very well, and I think how we're currently moving is still in the grind of the done for you. I think you are ahead on a lot of levels when it comes to leveraging your offering into like we heard people call it a digital coffee shop or whatever. Like you have a very
Shout out
clear,
Fred.
yeah, yeah. You have a very, very clear, massive shout out, of course, to the man himself, Fred. And but you have like a very clear strategy. I think you're currently at right now. I've been playing around with the done with you offer, but I'm still kind of tailoring it, which takes a lot of input. But with that being
It really
said, like
does.
client results are looking a lot better. The time we're maintaining clients is increasing, so I'm happy. I mean, it's not that those massive 50K months yet, but we're tracking towards it very, very, very quickly. With
That's
kind
good.
of wanting to scale the done with you, and I know it's something that you have a lot more insight on. And what we really say when we mean that for people who doesn't run these type of agencies is that instead of selling our services and working on the client's business kind of for them as a partner, we're selling them information and our kind of consultancy beside that. So we give them the
Yeah.
frameworks and the blueprints that we. So when I work with someone on a done for you agreement, I get kind of real time feedback of the strategies and the different funnels that we're implementing. Are we using a new backend? Are we implementing an AI agent, which is something we've been looking a lot at right now? And someone I was speaking here with in New Zealand locally, someone from Liam's team, Liam Otterly. Shout out to him as well. He's doing so well. He's got a 45 employee team. Um, and he runs an agency, but he also runs a consultancy business, right? So that's kind of
Yeah,
where we differentiate done with you from done for you. Where done for you is where we get the feedback of the stuff we're doing, and then we refine our systems and our playbook, and we sell that
yeah.
playbook as a
So
kind
yeah,
of where we do with them.
exactly. I think for people who don't know, if you help coaches, if you do it for them, they basically just have to create content and collect payments. That's the done for you service. We do everything for them. So they don't have to do anything besides creating content and just collect the payments, sales calls. If we do it with them, which is consulting, which means that we meet with them and teach them how to scale their business, we give them everything we know, the knowledge, the frameworks, the strategies, we build it together, but they have to take action. They have to implement it. We help them implement it, but they have to do it themselves as well. So we
Mhm.
just say, okay, we need to do this, this, and this strategy, and then they execute on it. So I think that's the main difference. For me also, bro, I have three offers. I have a do-it-yourself. I have a playbook, which is basically created um, upon the foundation from my uh, done for you service. Everything I've done for my clients, I've written it down and documented it and built frameworks around it, SOPs, standard operating procedures, which is basically just frameworks, strategies, guides that people can use to scale their business. What I've done, I reframed it a little bit. Had actually my neighbor looking it over, and yeah, he's working in a school. He has no business experience, no nothing. And I asked him to read my entire playbook and mark everything with red that he didn't understand. He
Wow.
did that. So now my playbook is everybody can learn from it. Everybody can actually, whether you have a business or you're looking to start one, you know exactly how to scale an online info product business. If you're a coach, consultant, mentor, or an expert who sell your service online, you know exactly how to scale to $50,000 a month because it's written in a way that a business with a person with no business experience can
Mm.
actually um, do it and execute on it and understand completely the journey from just starting or don't even know what to sell to actually have a business that makes him or her
Nice.
50K a month. So yeah, I'm transitioning to have like three offers. I think that's it become so much easier because I'm not selling, I'm just helping. So based on what you're saying to me, I think you should do it yourself, or I think I should do it for you,
Mm.
or maybe we do it together, and it
Yeah.
becomes so much like a hybrid offer. You have different options, so you're more flexible, more adaptive to the person you're helping and speaking with. So I absolutely love it, bro. I truly recommend it. Um, but not if you're just starting out. I think the best thing you can do just starting out, how can I build the most valuable offer, which is done for you? Um, of course, it's also more, the price is higher. The value is also so much better because we do it for them. Um, but it also just gives you like a battleground of testing different things.
Yes.
Okay, I do it for them. I get the feedback loop, and the feedback loop is what I'm using to implement in my consulting. So I can say I have my clients. I'm actually visiting one of my clients here in Dubai. Um, we started from rock bottom, chasing leads in the streets of Copenhagen to now making 1.3 million in just 7 months. Now we wanted to celebrate that just for your interest. And what we did is that
Nice.
for me, everything I did for him, I tested it in my consulting. So first I did it for him and got the feedback
Yeah.
loop. Okay, this works, this works, this works. I found a person. Can I teach this strategy to a person? If I can do that and get the feedback, then I'm going to write it down. So my three offers is like a feedback loop. So I first do it and then I teach it and then I just write it down and say, okay, this is how it is because now it's tested two times where I do it. it's also been tested where I teach people to do it. So I'm not doing it. I just say what they have to do and they get results,
Yeah.
which qualifies me to be able to write it down. So everything I do is like a feedback loop.
And everything feeds into the other part of your offerings, right? And the feedback you're getting from working with someone in a done with you space is great questions for the content you then create and your next boosted reel, and it's all one
Yeah,
big feedback loop, right? We've had guests on the pod that run this model, shout out Vincent as well,
yeah,
and he also has had great success with implementing such a model. I guess the reason that I mean, we're really scaling it up, and it's not something I'm pushing as much, but we're looking at really also making our done for you very unique. So the last like 2 months, we've been implementing a lot of AI into our service delivery, and I think after having conversations with people from Liam's team, there's gonna come a time now in 2025 where we're going into like general AI, and there's gonna be AI version of every single business, and being the first one to tap into the AI version of what you're doing is going to be important because everyone else is going to follow. So it's not redefining everything that we do, but it's more adding different elements that actually elevate the ability that we're able to perform and succeed with our partners in a
yeah,
highly profitable way. And we've been implementing some stuff like that. And again, it just comes back to the feedback loop, because you still need to work with someone done for you to have that feedback loop, right? If you didn't do that, what would be fueling your frameworks and your systems? If you wasn't
exactly.
testing it out in the market and getting feedback on a basis like that, right? And then that kind of feeds into the framework, because the framework keeps evolving, the space keeps evolving, AI keeps on speeding up, and we got to follow suit with that. So if you just stop doing done for you and only do done with you, then eventually you're going to fall behind because your models are going to become outdated. They're not going to work anymore. That boosted reel is going to fall over, and you're going to become just a dinosaur in a space that's moving so quickly. And that's why we say, and that's why even us, with having been years in the space, still do it. And we only did it to begin with. And that's such an important part. I don't recommend anyone to go out there and start selling information, because a lot of the
What are you
valuable
actually going to
information,
sell? Like,
yes, it's
what are you
found
going
through the
to
market.
teach? It's the same. I think I work with coaches. When it comes to life coaches, and I see a life coach who are 22 years old, like it just feels like a little bit weird. Life coach, you just you're just in the beginning of your 20s, uh,
Yes,
and
yeah.
it's the same thing like with people who just start a business, a consulting business. I think if you have done something like in a done for you service, maybe you, yeah, have been a bodybuilder for 20 years and now you want to become a coach, fair enough. You have the experience, but I think it's very important that you get experience before you teach anything
And
to
life
anyone.
coaches, it's such a, I don't like the term life coach. I'll be honest. I don't like it. Like, you've done amazing things with your physique, bro. And I've
Yeah.
done a marathon, half Ironman stuff. We can teach people how to do that, younger than us and who want to do that. We're not gonna go out there and call ourselves life coaches. Like, what you are teaching has to be based on some sort of real time experience and value. That's what makes it valuable, is that you actually found a way to do it effectively, and it's not just some generalized term of being an authentic mindset
Yes.
coach or lifestyle coach or whatever, especially
It
when you're so
reminds me,
young.
bro. Yeah, bro, it's so true. And this reminds me of something else. I don't know. I'm very interested in hearing your
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Now, you of course is a very good runner. I'm more into fitness. I just started to run. Not as good as you, Max, but
And I
what?
started to try and get jacked.
Yes, yes, absolutely. What is your opinion on hybrid athletes?
I mean, I don't know. Okay, it's a great question. For me, I don't know what people are trying to make of this space of hybrid athletes. I mean, it's become so hype, and it did like a year and a half ago, becoming a hybrid
What is a
athlete.
yeah?
I
What is
don't
it
know,
actually?
man. I don't know what a hybrid athlete is. I really don't know. When I ask people, they just say, "Oh, well." I'm a hybrid athlete, and I'm like, well, what are you? Are you? It's like, what does it mean? What does a hybrid mean in between? For me, I just want to be capable in my physique, and that means
Yeah,
that I want to have more mass, but I always want to be able to run and to swim and to bike and things like that. Um, I think a hybrid athlete is some weird term for people who want to have great cardiovascular and like endurance fitness, as well as like have amazing like muscle development and
yeah.
be kind of jacked, right? It's kind of, when I see hybrid athletes on these different social platforms, it's usually a jacked guy that knows how to run. That's usually what I'm seeing.
Is that really a hybrid? What is a hybrid athlete? Like, I mean, for me, it's just another word for marketing. Like, it truly
Yeah,
is. You do weight training, you lift heavy things, you run, and maybe occasionally you go for a swim. Isn't that just like being fit?
yeah, being fit.
I was running 15 kilometers. I don't know what it is. It's probably like 9.5 miles, something like that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, uh, I have a six pack. I ran more than 9 miles. I wouldn't consider myself as a hybrid athlete. I'm just a guy who lift heavy things and run without a
Mhm.
shirt on. Uh, I think it's just weird to me. Like hybrid athlete, what is it? Like you're just taking
Fit.
care of your health. You're just training. I
Yeah,
understand if you're competing like professionally, that maybe that high rocks or something like professionally. Yes, that could be a hybrid athlete, but like running a few times and lifting heavy weights, it's just marketing for me.
yeah,
But
completely. It
I
is a
think
very marketed term. I do agree.
it is it is it's like all these like amino acids you can also buy on the internet. Oh, this is so good for you, and it's just money to waste. And it's
Back
a
to
hybrid
basics.
athlete. Yeah, absolutely. You just run. You just take care of your muscles, your cardiovascular system, and have a good healthy body.
Yeah,
It's
like everything in
that's just what it
moderation.
is.
I think you just got
Yeah,
to be a moderate, be a fit athlete that has things in moderation, and just be an athlete. I don't care about this hybrid stuff. If you're an athlete, you're a fit person, and you're moderating that in different elements. Like, I don't like to see people
but
who
what?
are jacked
Yeah,
as hell and then they can't swim, or they get very like they can only lift weights for a very short period. Like, I don't think you're very fit. I just think you're very strong and good at the gym. And I don't see someone
yeah.
that is like, yeah,
But again, like, bro, what is I think if you're an athlete, you're getting paid to do some kind of sport. That's what I
professional athlete.
recognize as
Yeah.
being a yes, absolutely. If you're an athlete, like you're getting paid for what you do when it comes to running, sport, fitness, football. If you're not getting paid, I think you're just a guy who likes being healthy. You're just into fitness, like regular fitness. That's I think it's just marketing to use these crazy terms. It's the same, bro. When it comes to business, we all have these crazy models like selling systems. We call it fancy names to sell
Mm.
more. It's kind of funny.
Growth stacking, full stacking, or done
Yeah,
for you, done with you. Like, we're just helping people grow their business and live a more fulfilled life. It's all the same thing, really. Yes, we have
yeah,
different methods of doing that, and the easiest way of explaining that is probably that we do it with them or we do it for them. But all these different models of, if you're an ad agency, a blah blah, like, we're just growth partnering with the digital side of things to help them expand their business and improve their lives. And whatever
yeah,
you want to call that, there's so many names for it. And again, it's just a name and claim thing, just a marketing thing. I don't really
absolutely.
dabble in that. I mean, sometimes when you do marketing campaigns, it's sometimes good to have your own spin, and suddenly it's a full stack agency, right? But it's no different. Maybe it would ring a bell with some people, but I think results and being able to provide the results that we have had and put that into perspective speaks more volumes than a new name and claim model. That who really resonates with a few words. They want to see proof of concept far more than they want to see some fancy name. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
definitely. I think the most important thing you can do is get proof of concept. Actually prove to yourself and other people that you can deliver results. That's what the people, that's what the world needs. Results. Not another name, not another logo. Um, so yeah, it's kind of funny with all this
that's the
marketing.
one thing that you should probably
I'm
take
guilty
from.
of it as well, bro. I'm also
Yeah,
guilty of it as well. We also call it fancy names, fancy models. I
yeah,
literally just made my own, called yeah, basically the legacy flywheel. Like that's what I'm doing. It's just my personal strategy, and yes, it's unique to what I'm doing. Is it if I call it something else? Would it make any difference to the model? Probably not. The
no.
word legacy flywheel is just yeah. I'm not using a funnel.
But
It's kind of
that
like a
came
flywheel.
after the development of the concept, right? You didn't look at and then give it a name and then try and sell it. Like, you have an entire structure and framework that comes before that, so you're just naming it. It's not like
Yeah.
taking something that is completely the same as someone else, giving it a different name and trying to sell it. Like, it comes back to this
No,
thing
no,
of
no, no.
proving your worth and being based on results, which is so important. You're gonna find it very difficult to go out there and try and sell a product that doesn't have any value. Like, go back to the product or to the service in this case, and make sure that that's really really valuable, and it'll be really really easy to sell. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
going to be difficult not to sell something that's proven being able to solve a problem for people. A lot of people go out there and they don't actually understand how they're solving the problem, and they don't actually really solve it. They fail on some of their partnerships, and yes, we all have to have those learning developments. We've had them, both of us, where you learn and you develop and you tweak your service. But none of us has ever gone out there and wanting to just sell more, sell more, sell more, without going back to what we're actually selling and make sure it's the best in the market. And you need to start with that part and understand that, all right, for me, start of last year, end of the year before that, I wasn't keeping clients for long. Now we're keeping them for 4 or 5 times longer, because we have, throughout that period from 1.5, 2 years back, kept on improving the service, kept on improving the service. So we're always going back to the core value of things and the problems and the value that we're adding. We're not adding any value. We're just creating noise and creating more problems. Really, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people in
What
this
what do you
space that
think?
give it a bad name, right? Like, it all
Yeah.
becomes like, I speak with so many prospects and they're like, oh, I've been burnt off and snaky salesman and all this. It's really sad, and that's
Yeah.
why I sometimes want to get away from the space in some ways, or at least claim it in a different way, because it has a bad rep for some people. This agency
Yeah.
space.
The reason why I wanted to move away from a funnel, there's actually a story behind it because when I started out, was in the exact same place as you, bro. Like, got clients, lost them quickly, zero results because I wanted to build like complex funnels,
Mhm.
and it just it was that a constant stress, like chasing new clients,
Yeah.
um, like have to deal with unhappy clients who are not getting any results. So it was the feedback loop of hell, basically. So I knew that something had to change, and I came across okay, if instead of like building a system that is only leads like down to like getting sales, how can we build a system that is like an ecosystem that doesn't burn the leads but warm them up, build a community, build something sustainable, build something that lasts. So we're not just chasing new clients and new sales, but we're actually thinking way more long term without burning leads and take a hit on the reputation. I came across this flywheel where like either we sell to the person if we can help them, or we deliver some kind of value to warm them up. So if they're not ready to work with me, they're just going to receive so much value that we build more trust, we build more authority, and we increase the likelihood of achievement, which qualifies us to get the sale later on. Maybe not the first, second, or third time, but maybe in the fifth times we get it, and okay, I'm ready to work with you. So I think that's the main difference. that's also what I've been using for my clients, especially
Mhm.
the guy that I'm with today. Massive shout out, Alex Finance. He's a great guy. You should check him out if you're into crypto. But I think,
We should bring him on. It should
yeah,
be on an app actually.
he's going to be a guest some very soon, definitely.
Yeah.
What I want to say is that instead of like building a complex VSL funnel with with like high prices, like cost per click is like very expensive, and the only thing we want is more clicks, more views, and we just want more sales. We want to do it different. We want to build his personal brand. We want to bring people into his life
His
and his
universe. Yeah.
ecosystem.
Hmm.
Yeah, and we do that by bringing them into his Instagram page, and they can get a piece of information and just a piece of his life and see, okay, do I actually resonate with that? If no, they just leave, and that's completely fine. We've got more than 7,000 people who love what he's doing already, and we've been doing it for like a year. And he went from 300 followers to 7,000 people who love what he's doing. Um, and it, it's not like a chase, it's not a sprint to get new clients. It's more like we build something sustainable.
It's long
And
term.
in the end, yeah, and like literally a year ago, we went from chasing leads in the streets of Copenhagen to now attracting people to his Instagram, building a community. He's now helped more than 200 people. He's having masterminds in Denmark. He's going to have one in Thailand as well. So the word legacy is the key word, because we're not just trying to chase people. It's not about chasing leads. It's like building a legacy. We want to
It's longevity.
life
Yeah.
change. Yeah, it's yeah, but more importantly, it's changing lives. That's what we want, and that's why this model come in, and that's why I call it a legacy flywheel, because we're using a flywheel to build a legacy. But I only could do that because of failing hard at doing funnels and do all these things that didn't work out for me. Not saying that VSL funnels can't work. They're absolutely incredible for some people. It's just not my incredible opportunity. And I really resonate with building it long term. And now he's having 7,000 followers. He gets people to network with him. So it's not just about getting sales right now, but what we're building is also going to make him a lot of money, a lot of good opportunities later on in his life,
Down the
because we
line.
have this brand. So that's why I call it the legacy flywheel. I think it's truly beautiful. I love it, and I think it's a very good philosophy to go in, because especially now, the world doesn't need more VSL funnels. The world doesn't need more salesy videos trying to oversell and say you can become a millionaire within 2 minutes or 9 minutes or whatever it is. Like even a year. We need more people who are just telling the truth. That's what the world needs, like actual results and life changing impacts. That's what we need.
Yeah. Yeah. And someone that you actually come across and you think it's quite refreshing that they're so authentic and based on creating long term sustainable change rather than quick fix solutions, because people are really tired of that. The people that we work with and the people that invest into our clients and invest into us are people with long term visions. It's very important for us to say it's people that are willing to um, focus on the legacy and the long term opportunities that comes and not just be very short minded. And when I've spoken with people that are new into the space and want to get into this world of bettering themselves and living more true to their dream life and making the money or being able to have the freedom, whatever that might be, because money is just a tool to that. But the people that I meet that are fresh into that space, they have like the short term glasses on, and it almost blinds them to some extent. We've both spoken with people like this, and I continue to come across people like this that reach out to me or that I connect with, whatever. And it's just very common to see that the way I see and when I listen to them and how they speak is that they're just thinking about like how can I get this as quickly and easily as possible, and that's all they want, right? Whereas they're not taking into account, well, where you're going to be when that happens and how you're going to move at that point, and it's just refreshing to see, because I've also followed Alexander very closely, of course, and to see how refreshing it is with brands like his, where it's being communicated so authentically, and you can actually resonate with it, and it feels like something that isn't just a quick fix solution, and speaks into some of the challenges and the learnings that you have to face, right? And that's
Yeah,
why when I kind of work with people, they qualify themselves to work with our team to some extent, or they qualify themselves to be ready to face the truth. Like, I'm not going to sit there and convince them that we're gonna 10x their business next month. Like, let's be real here. It
yeah,
doesn't work like that. But we can start living more true to the life you want to live by doing things differently now, and then scaling that organically and slowly. So I completely resonate, and I know
absolutely.
what we've been talking about is quite technical. We've kind of just dived into it, but I feel like we haven't catched up for a long time. So it's obviously going to be some of the
Yeah,
stuff we talk about is how business is going and how we're looking at the current models. And this is a lot of the communication that we would have around this type of format, just texting to each other and stuff like, well, is sending over information and data and feedback. I feel like is kind of those major touch points, because we're staying on top of the game and seeing how your funnel is changing, or how you're now communicating your offer, or, as you say, it's beautiful, the kind of the legacy flywheel. I really like that, and it resonates a lot. um, so
yeah.
yeah, you're in
I
Dubai
think
still.
it's
I mean,
yeah. I think we could go on for forever. We could talk
completely.
for 3 more hours. So yeah, I think one last exciting thing for me, bro. What are you looking most forward to for like the next week?
Oh, great question, man. Great question. So we have a really, really good onboarding come Tuesday with this new client that we closed. And the system is just very different on how we onboard clients now. And they're a bit of a bigger project with the budget they have. I can't name the platform yet, but they've been bootstrapped for a significant figure, 6 figures. And they're bootstrapping this platform that's integrating AI solutions with human psychology. Very, very interesting. I can't speak more about it than that. So getting onboarded onto that next week is going to take up at least one day, and we're going to
Yeah,
implementing some new systems there. Apart from that, coming up to some family members' birthdays, so I'm going to go pick up a present. Looking forward to
good.
that, because I've brought some thought into that as well. And yeah, man, we are looking at hosting an event here as well at some point. Not actually a marketing event, but a running event. So we're looking at planning
Okay,
that. So that's going to be next year, but you might be here at that point and come run the
that's
event.
good. That's good. That's good. When are you going back to Denmark?
So it will be three weeks from now, roughly three and a little bit weeks.
So like
So just
the middle of May?
Just the middle of May, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
week in the middle of May is gonna be my travel week, so I'm gonna spend the last week with a bit of family. There's a big family gathering, and then I'm gonna be flying out from
that's good.
Christchurch. Yeah, come back to
Nice.
Denmark. It's starting to heat up in Denmark as well. See family, maybe see you if you're
What?
back from the UAE. How long are you
Yeah.
planning to stay, brother? And what are you looking forward to this next week? A lot of stuff going on in
Next
Dubai,
week,
yeah.
yeah. Gonna have a good time in Dubai. Have a podcast with my client tomorrow, so that's gonna be huge. Just telling his
Nice.
story. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Gonna create some ads for myself and my clients. What else is there? Yeah, I have some important calls, people that are looking to build the legacy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to learn more about them and see if
You're
I'm
gonna hop in some
actually able
supercars.
to. I did that yesterday. One of my good friends, Jacob, massive shout out. He deserves to be in this podcast as well. So we'll definitely get him on.
100%.
Um, yeah, he rented the Chevrolet. I can't remember. I think it was a Stingray for
Stingray.
yeah 2022. For you guys who don't know, that car is faster than Lamborghini Urus, Porsche 911, and it sounds better than Porsche and all these cars. It's very very aggressive. So that was quite fun. And then we went to the beach yesterday to train. Right
My
beside
personal style.
Uh, yeah, right beside a famous hotel called Five. It's on Palm Jumeirah, the Palm in Dubai. So yeah, it was really good. Very hot. It was my second workout. I worked out in the morning, and then he texted me, "You want to go?" And couldn't resist a good workout in the sun. So yeah, that's what I did. I was really considering renting a car for myself, like Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if I did
It's
something like that, I wouldn't really post about it. I don't need, we don't speak to the audience of people who look at a supercar and go, wow, I want that. That's not who we usually work with. It's
yeah,
usually more developed business people with larger ambitions. And it's not to say that it's something that we emphasize. It's just a bit of fun, right? A kind of boys' dream. And
yeah. I would, I can just say it. I would probably post it, but it's completely rented. I can't really afford a Lamborghini or something like that. And it's so fun. It's the Lamborghini Huracan is my dream car. It's on my vision board. So yeah, would be nice to drive it.
at least try it.
If it's gonna be, yeah, if it's gonna be this time or next time, I don't know. I don't really care. It's just a car. But I think it's also just important if you truly want something, like just get it done. See, okay, that was fun. Now we tried it. Now we just now we can focus on the most important things. I think that's also really good advice. Just
Key
if
takeaway,
there's
man.
something that you want, yeah, if you have reached some sort of level, okay, buy that watch. Like just do it or wear it or try that car you always wanted. And okay, that was fun. Now let's get back to business, so we can focus. Um, of course, if it's stupid and it's really going to like destroy your body, I would definitely wouldn't recommend it. But like a car or something like that, try it. It's fun. But it's just what it is. It's not
Completely, man.
it's not happiness. It's really not happiness. It's
No,
happiness
no,
in
no.
like a
It
few
isn't.
seconds, but then it's just going to be, yeah, it's just a car.
Completely.
And
Completely
yeah,
agree.
happiness you need to find that in here, in your heart and inside yourself, and in the process of becoming the person that you always wanted to. So yeah, me next week. Just have a good time with business, enjoying the sun. Then I'm going back to Denmark uh, Thursday. Gonna book a flight as well. Um, so that's what I'm probably doing.
Nice.
Otherwise, I have to stay in a hotel. I can't rent this apartment more than till Thursday. So maybe I find a hotel. I have a very good one in something called Creek Beach, a new area in Dubai. So for you guys who, if you have a business, if you just wanted to visit, um, yeah, Dubai Creek, very, very good place.
Nice.
Dubai Marina, all-time favorite, all-time favorite. It's so nice, it's chill, the
Yeah.
beach is there, the views is there, it's close to the Palm, it's close
Just
to,
walking by the marina, like late at
yeah,
night, it's a massive vibe. The lights on the buildings and on the marina is
it's,
very special.
yeah. The only thing that I don't like about Marina is the traffic. We like Jacob, my friend who pulled up in this supercar yesterday. It took him 40 minutes to drive 1 kilometer, bro. Like
Yeah, the
40
traffic's really bad.
minutes. Yeah.
I think it's from downtown down towards is it JVC and kind of the marina space is really really bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel like downtown, for you guys who don't know, downtown is where Burj Khalifa is, the fountain, the most famous place in Dubai. And it's also the most crowded place. We also have Dubai Mall in downtown. It's close to Business Bay, uh, where there's also waters and a lot of apartments there. Also nice place, but not the favorite. Dubai Mall is also heavily crowded. You have to visit it and see it, but when you have done it, it's just okay. Let's find another place because there's people everywhere.
yeah, completely.
Um, s-
Re-
I think
you
it
can reach out if you wanted to buy a guide anyway.
Yeah, send us a DM if you want a good guide to the good places in Dubai. I'm not an expert, but I do know some good places.
Yes,
So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, just reach out if you have any questions for both me and Max, and yeah, we can try answer them like live on a call. But let's just keep
Yes,
it here, bro. It's been an hour.
let's
Like
wrap it.
time flies, and
It flies so
yeah,
much, man.
it's
Flies so
been a
much. We were
pleasure.
just gonna go for a short one, but it always turns out to be a bit longer. A lot of golden nuggets in this one as well. A lot of value. A lot more, a bit more technical. But yeah, just great to catch up, regardless, man. And just keep it authentic and unplanned. We do have some people lined up in the pipeline, and we're gonna be just obviously taking care of business first and foremost, but then obviously also keeping up with this. We even spoke about a few guests today that we're gonna get on. So there is a list. It's
Yeah,
just getting everything scheduled, and with the pace we've been moving and the travels we've been making, I think when we can get to record some physical episodes, it'll be so much more fun as well. That would be so sick.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were here, bro, we would have rented a
100%,
studio.
man, and we will do, and I will be there, and we can go hop down in the studio. You and Alex definitely go test it
Yeah,
out. I think I know the studio as well, the one,
yeah,
but
it's a different one. Not
okay,
what everyone else is doing. So
no,
it's still in the same building, but they
okay,
have different. It's a business to run a podcast.
yeah,
Business like it's a serious business. So they have a lot of different studios set up. So yeah, it's really nice. You can just pick the style that you want. So
looking
yeah,
forward to
that's
see
really
it,
good.
man.
Absolutely. But yeah, bro, other than that, we'll just catch up, keep up the good work, and also to you who even watch this or listens, just keep up the good work and stay on the grind, stay positive, be grateful for what you have, because what you have today may not be there tomorrow. So yeah, just do whatever you can to make the most out of this day. It's a beautiful day, so let's just run it up, and yeah, we'll see you the next podcast.
Stay tuned, guys.
Absolutely. Peace out.
Peace.